send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you, keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my way, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my taxes. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Back roll.
This shit gon' ride. Living in the sharper than an ice pick on you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swerve in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that God flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you got my heart in my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart in my bow tie. Living in the score in my whole life. My whole life.
Backstage.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. A hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK, too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with that fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. A hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating, why the temple? Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're squirming off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commanding general get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. A hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn whole ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Wednesday night history class. What's right, man? You might have to edit them. You got the. All right, this is the Wednesday night history class. Also, remember, check out Commanding General Yohanna's radio show, which is 2 a.m. UK time, Monday, and I want to say Wednesday. We also have classes here Friday. We have them live at school Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Have them online Tuesday and Friday, 7 p.m. till 9. You can ask all your questions. You can get your questions answered. Whatever you want to ask. We also have camp. You want to join the school, you contact the number 079-607-46784, I believe. Contact the school. Because we're running late, we're going to get straight in. So right here, understanding the gunpowder plot and Guy Fawkes and King James. First of all, to strip it all the way back, you would have to understand Henry VIII, because England was once a Catholic country, and then Henry VIII wanted to marry some woman, a black woman by the name of Anne Boleyn, even though this world don't teach you that she was black, but the records do teach you that she was black. So now he wanted to marry her, and in order to marry her, he had to break off from the Catholic Church. So he made England a Protestant country, and then it was Catholics that was trying to kill Protestants. So it all started off with Henry VIII. Then over time, once Henry VIII is dead and gone, England still divided over Catholicism and Protestantism, and that was the Gunpowder Plot. So here it says, Henry VIII, the most turbulent and self-willed tyrant that ever lived, having to accommodate his passion for Anne Boleyn, and not from a principle of religion as he pretended. So they knew that so even they understood that what he used religion to get with Anne Boleyn. They know he didn't give a shit about excuse my French, he didn't give a damn about the religion, but he acted like he did so he could get with Anne Boleyn because he wanted to marry her. So what did he have to do? Protest against the Catholic Church. And that's what Protestant means, that you protest against whatever you're protesting against. So that's why he became a Protestant. Really, Henry VIII wasn't the first Protestant. He learned that from a man called Martin Luther. So there's a German man called Martin Luther, where he was like the start of the Protestants. And then Henry VIII didn't care about it in the early days, but in order to get a wife, he then cared about Protestants. So that's when he began to care about it. Slaki, you able to add me back in? Yeah. Slaki, how can you able to get me this one, Baba Kushal?
Yes, sir. No sweat. Thrown off the yoke of popery, proceeded to the dissolution of the religious houses in England, which, giving offense to many Catholics of distinction who were above dissimulation, they utterly refused to take the new oath that were generally prescribed to the persons in any kind of office of acknowledging.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna skip this one for time's sake. Let me get this one.
The first use Mary made of her power was
so Mary. So now, Hakian, let's go back a bit. Who was Mary?
Mary was she was the Queen of Scots.
Oh, not this one.
Oh,
this one is Bloody Mary. So you've seen that drink in the shop, the orange drink, Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
that got his name based off her. Yeah, tomato juice. So now they call Henry VIII's daughter Bloody Mary. Why? Because she was Catholic and she was killing Protestants. The reason she was Catholic is because she grew up with her mother who was Catholic. So I get why you would say Mary Queen of Scots because she's a prominent queen as well. But then you had one in England called Bloody Mary. So she got that name based off how much killing she done. Slaki, go ahead.
Calm. She was black, right? The one?
Yeah, calm.
Right, okay.
So she was the daughter of Henry VIII. So yeah.
This one here, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, this was the daughter of Henry VIII.
Oh. Okay.
After I think Henry VIII's son died from, did he have an earache or something? He died of some ear infection. Edward, I think it might be Edward the First or something. Because Henry VIII, his whole life, he wanted a son. Right. But then they kept dying. And then his daughter survived. And then his daughters ended up getting the throne. So you would have had Bloody Mary on the throne. After Bloody Mary, it moved to Queen Elizabeth. After Queen Elizabeth, it then moved to the Stuart dynasty with King James in them. So that was the whole, how it transpired. But Slaki, go ahead.
So where did the Queen of Scots come after this?
She came after this. So now she came after this, but then her people was ruling in Scotland. So then up until after Bloody Mary, that's when Queen Elizabeth got on the throne, and that's when Mary Queen of Scots was Queen of Scotland.
Oh, right.
One was Queen of England, one was Queen of Scotland. One got stripped of her in Scotland, got locked up in England, and then got beheaded. So that was how it was.
That's the story you done a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we might.
When she got beheaded, you remember when she was, and they said even the blade didn't even chop her head off properly.
Oh, yeah, listen, we might have to do that class again, you know. Yeah,
and she was really like a nice, humble woman, and she held the dog under her dress. Remember?
Yeah, the chopped her head, the cracked her skull with the first chop. Get me the cracked her skull with the first chop, then chopped her in her head again, picked up her head, the wig came off. I said, damn. Every time I read that story, it hurts my heart.
Yeah, trust me. That
There's
was a
a
horrible
part of it.
one.
There's a part of it that don't sit right with me.
Yeah, yeah.
That she tried to be strong. Until this day, people lie and say King James killed his mom. Trust me, that's a regular comment that you'll hear, that King James knew his mom. When you find out King James barely knew his mom. King James was in Scotland. His mom was locked up in England. King James tried to save his mom, and King James men said, "Nah, you can't save her, because what will happen is she killed her own husband, and she's gonna get you killed." And then King James was confused. And then and also King James had no say of what was going on in England at that time, because England and Scotland was separate until he unified it. So but there's also other lies going around. People will tell you that Britain means man of the covenant, and look, man, they're trying to make things fit, and it don't fit. I'm sure it comes from Latin or Greek, and it meant someone from Britain or Britannia. That's all it means. Someone will tell you it means a man of the covenant in Hebrew. Listen, don't take a Latin and Greek word and try and say because it means this in here. It don't work like that, man. Lucky, go ahead.
Yes, sir, Kalawan Khan. The first use Mary made of her power was to displace all Protestant preachers.
So now, Mary said, I'm going to displace all Protestants. Mary said, I'm going to get rid of Protestants. This right here is religious wars, man. Understand this? The same way Catholics and Protestants was fighting back then is the same like today, how your Muslims and your Christians are fighting today. It's the same thing. One man would wave his Protestant flag, someone would wave their Catholic flag, and would fight over it. And because she is the queen, she's obviously got the upper hand because she's got a military and so forth. Lucky, go ahead.
And supply their places with zealous papists.
Now, a papist is a Roman Catholic. Go ahead.
I'm looking at that right now, the one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Roman Catholic Khan. She next commissioned Bona, Bishop of London, with other Catholic priests to examine such persons as were suspected of heresy.
So now they examine people suspected of heresy. Now they hated heretics. So now, if you was a Protestant, they considered you a heretic, and they was burning you at the stake and killing you because why? She wanted England to be a Catholic country. So religion has always been a big thing in England. Go ahead.
In denying the tenets of the Catholic Church and the punishment inflicted on those convicted of this pretended crime was burning alive. Many of the highest character in the church suffered by the flames, particularly Cranmer, Archbishop of Canterbury, Ridley, Bishop of London, Latimer, Bishop of Worcester.
So now these are the bishops of all these places. Why? Because England was a very religious country. So they had bishops and all of those things. They had the Archbishop of Canterbury. From what I remember, the first Archbishop of Canterbury was a black man. First one was black. When you go down from the Saxons and you follow it and find out what family they come from, with that you just follow it down from a Norman line and so forth, and you'll find out who's who. But that's a whole nother topic. So Lucky, go ahead.
So these people here was all suspected of blasphemy, right?
So there's all heretics and suspected of having religious ceremonies in secret.
Okay, right. Okay, Farah, Bishop of St. David's, Hooper, Bishop of Gloucester, and many of the inferior dignity in the church. Besides an immense quantity of private persons, the whole of which in the region that suffered death for religion is computed at 260 persons.
So now they killed 260 people because of religion. And that's why they call her name Bloody Mary. So now Bloody Mary was a Catholic. And now go ahead. Now the era changes. Now we're in the era of Elizabeth. So when you look at life in England, there's a Elizabethan era, there's a Victorian era, and there's all of those things. So now this is the Elizabethan era where she was a Protestant. But Salaki, let me just digress for 1 second. Listen, man, I'll be seeing some not on TikTok a black man talking about he looks at buildings, and if the building's red, he calls it a mud flood. He goes, there was a great mud flood in England. And you know, I don't know if you've ever looked at an old building, Hakian, where you look at the building, and at the bottom of the building, there's windows. Have you seen it? Like if you look at old court buildings, have you seen an old building?
Talk about the small windows at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like a cellar bit, yeah?
Yes. So now people will tell you that, it's a mud flood, and why would they put windows there for no reason? Well, listen, over time, they've just built land masses higher and so forth. That's all it is. But they will tell you about a mud flood and them windows being down there because once upon a time, there was this great... Hold on, let me see if... are you able to Google in there mud flood? Because, well, it is, I can't use my mouse. Listen, I ain't even looked at what a mud flood is. I just know it didn't happen. If a lot of these buildings are from the 1800s, why ain't I seen no documentation of it?
Oh, I can see a mud flood here, actually, yeah. It's basic. It looked like the building's been ruined by like a mud flood, yeah. And it's just left to remain.
It's about to be the next big doctrine on the earth. People are looking at buildings and saying, this building's like this because there was a mud flood. But you do know, with a lot of buildings, there's documentation on the building, man. There's planning permission, there's documentation. Things from the 1800s is the other day. Slavery was longer than 1800s, and I can find you the logbooks from slavery, man. So you mean to tell me all these great floods in England that we don't know about? Come on, it's some nonsense. I heard a man say that there's a scripture in the Bible about hurricane. What's her name? Melissa.
Yeah.
Hurricane Melissa. He said because the Bible says by the rivers of Babylon. So he's saying the hurricane is the rivers of Babylon. So he's saying that the water from the hurricane is the rivers of Babylon. And he goes, why do you think Jamaicans are the only people that believe in Selassie? And that was his breakdown for it. That why they're the only people that I said, all right, how do you link the two? I said, how do you link the two? Let me even go one further, man. Listen, I was arguing with a Hindu in the gym the other day, man. And he's telling me about his gods and whatnot. So I was like to him, yo, did you know that Krishna is black? He's like, what do you mean Krishna is black? I said, what does Krishna mean? See if you can pull up what Krishna means. Exactly. I said, wow, you worship something black, so you should love black people.
I bet he didn't know that. How did he react to that when you told him?
He goes, yeah, but it could also mean blue. Wait, it does say that. I said, which man have you seen that's blue? So if Krishna is a real man, which man have you seen that's blue?
Apart from him being black blue.
Yeah, only a Hamite is black blue.
Right.
Could only be a Hamite. So it's like to me, you do know. I was just trolling him. See, says the name Krishna is derived from Sanskrit and means black or dark. It is also interpreted as all attractive. So now, if black's all attractive, that means you East Indians must understand that black people are the most beautiful people on the earth.
That's right.
If all attractive is black, that means it doesn't. And we're the only people that's black. So listen, man. The same way you love Krishna, just donate some money to us, man.
That's right.
Call me Krishna and give me some money. I'm black, man. I'm call me Krishna and just give me some money. But it's lucky. Let me get that slide back.
Elizabeth having been strictly educated in the Protestant faith, no sooner ascended the throne.
So now this part right here, Mary was what? Catholic. So when Mary was ruling, the Catholics was having a whale of a time because now they're secure. Now Mary died. Mary's dead and gone now. Now the next person to take the throne is Protestant. So what do you think the Protestants are doing now? It's their time to kill Catholics now. Slucky, go ahead.
So the people make it out like, oh, you black people got kids everywhere, and one of your children do this and the other one does that. You get me? Henry VIII, the king of the country, the same thing, man. These kids didn't know each other. One's a Protestant, one's a Christian. They're both fighting and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
People, well, you know, when we do it now, you know, with dysfunction and shit.
Henry VIII and couple kids, and most of these kids, most of these kings had kids that was considered illegitimate, so you wouldn't even know who all their kids are. But they had them. But England made it like, all right, if you and the mom ain't married, that child can't get the throne. and they'd make these little stipulations and all this nonsense. But it's like you go ahead, Akian.
No sooner ascended the throne than she publicly declared her religious opinions and promoted Matthew Parker to the See of Canterbury, who, as Metropolitan of England, displaced Catholic preachers and substituted those of the Reformed religion in their places. Then it was the papal fury broke into a flame. Then it was the papal fury broke into a flame, and Pope Pius V issued
And now
a bull.
Pope Pius V issued a bull, a letter saying that, yo, disconnect from Queen Elizabeth and kill her. So now they put a bounty on her head, and every other English country, well, every other European country at this time would have been Catholic, linked to the Pope and so forth, whereas England wasn't because of Henry VIII wanted to marry a woman. So, okay, go ahead.
Displaced Catholic preachers and substituted those of the Reformed religion in their places. Then it was the papal fury broke into a flame, and Pope Pius V issued a bull. A bill, is that a bill or a bull?
A bull is like a document, a letter.
Khan. Excommunicating the Queen and all that adhered to her.
So now he wrote a letter that she's excommunicated. So now if she's excommunicated, now if somebody kills her, they're going to get rewarded for it. So this goes into before bonfire night. So now them men that was trying to kill King James later on, they wanted stripes. Because imagine this, you kill the king and you put a Catholic back on the throne. You know how happy Catholics around the world would be. This is why one time, Hakan, you remember when you done that TikTok where you was like, was Guy Fawkes a terrorist or a freedom fighter? And most people barely wanted to answer the question.
That's true. That's so
That's
true.
what I might have to start. You know what? I might have to just take a little microphone and ask people that are at camp this week, actually.
Yeah.
Was Guy Fawkes a terrorist or a freedom fighter?
Yeah.
Because now, some people say, depending who you ask, a Protestant might say he was a terrorist, a Catholic might say he was a freedom fighter. But my thing is this, how are you a Catholic celebrating bonfire night when they set up bonfire night because they was happy about killing you Catholics and they used to put the Pope on the bonfire? Originally, they used to put the Pope on the bonfire, but then because the Catholics and Protestants fought a war together, there was like, all right, we can't burn the Pope on the bonfire. So then that's when they put Guy Fawkes on there. Before that, Guy Fawkes weren't famous at all until they started to put him on the bonfire. Before that, it was the most famous man who put on there who was the Pope. But Lucky, go ahead.
Oh, God. So the reason why they wanted to get rid of Elizabeth and they put a hit out on her is because she was a Protestant and basically they were used to having a Catholic in charge, right? And
yeah.
They didn't really want a Protestant person up there teaching their kind of faith, right?
Yeah, and what was happening as well, the Protestants was also taking Catholic people's lands. You see, if you weren't going to church, you get fined and locked up. So then they hated that, so they wanted to go to a Catholic regiment because now they're losing their land. So they're losing their land because of their religion. And if you lose your land, you lose your livelihood, you lose your money, your kids can't go to school, you can't fund a certain life. So then you're going to get disgruntled and you're going to gunpowder plot. But Slacky, go ahead.
Right, yeah. So basically all of the people on here that they wanted to kill was because that they were under... it's not this one, it was the one before, wasn't it?
Yeah, so well, if they would have been Catholics at this time, and the Protestants would have been thriving.
Right.
So now, as a Catholic, you're thinking, damn, they're harming us, they're killing us, and now Guy Fawkes and them decided, yo, they're upset with what's going on to Catholics. So now they rose up and decided they want to go and kill or blow up the king and so forth, and then they etched the whole plan.
Okay, calm. Okay, calm. Where was we? And Pope Pius V issued. It's like it's a Pope Pius V issued a bull excommunicating the Queen and all that adhered to her, which bull was meant to inflame the minds of the people against her and encourage.
Well, now, Catholics, imagine this. This Catholic Pope Pius V, he is meant to be a man of God, but then wants them to murder Queen Elizabeth. Which lets you know, you religious leaders ain't shit, man. All they did was kill back then. The religious leaders, all they did was kill back then. And the religious leaders been doing the same thing ever since. Slucky, go ahead.
And encourage the re-establishment of popery in her dominion.
See? So now he wanted a Catholic monarch back on the throne. So all they had to do was kill Elizabeth and they would get that. Because they didn't get to kill Elizabeth, now it then moved to, all right, all we have to do is kill King James and then we will get that. Slucky, go ahead.
For which purpose a number of English Catholics were assembled at Douai to take holy orders as priests, and from thence return to their native place and disseminate their dangerous principles. The circumstances of these missionaries poisoning the minds of the people in their religion and alliance caused an act to be passed constituting its death for any seminary priest to be found, next slide, sir, in this kingdom. Following persons were taken and being convicted suffered death accordingly.
So now this just gives you a list of people that was killed. So this gives you their names and who there was and when there was killed and where there was killed and so forth. Skip that one. So Cap said is going to get this one, Hakian.
All right, then.
Of Parliament encouraged their subjects to become good and loyal Protestants.
So now Parliament want them to become good and loyal Protestants. So now this is why when King James was born, this is why he wanted to blow up the Protestants, because he ain't trying to be a good and loyal Protestant. Why? Because he's a Catholic. But let me go one further. Guy Fawkes was born a Catholic. No. It's like Guy Fawkes was born a Protestant. His father was a Protestant. His father died. His mother remarried a Catholic, and then obviously he became Catholic, which shows that, damn, did the woman ever love that man? How you switch religion like that, man? It's like one day a woman's married to Israelite, then he dies, she marries a Muslim next. Like, did she ever believe, man? That's what I gotta think. You gotta think, damn, did she ever believe for her to just go find a man of a completely different religion? It shows that she never believed, man. But it's lucky, go ahead.
God. Where the heart couldn't be won over voluntarily, financial punishments were invoked so that people who choose not to attend Protestant church services, those who became known as recusants, were often worn down by fines.
So imagine this is how it was. If you didn't go to church, you would get a fine, which once people play with your money, it's going to upset you, man. So lucky, go ahead.
Fines and confiscation of their land and property.
And they would confiscate their land and property. Go ahead.
In the 1552 Second Act of Immunity made it compulsory to attend official Church of England services.
See? So they made it that you have to attend church. Imagine if they said to you now, you have to attend church every Sunday, and you don't believe in church, you'd be like, yo, I'm not doing that. And then if you don't go, you get fined, they take your land. And all of these things led up to them Catholics saying, damn, this, we're going to blow up Parliament. It's lucky, go ahead.
Come. And from 1559 onward, a fine of 12 pence would be imposed on those who failed to attend. This fine would rise sharply in succeeding decades. The Reformation ensured that the Church of England became not only a spiritual movement, but also one that an increasingly active role in legal administration and therefore a money-making operation.
And listen, the Church of England has always been a money-making operation. That's right. I mean, they made money from slavery. They make money from everything else. The Church of England knows how to make money.
That's right.
And back then, they was making money off you not coming to church. Come on, you think the Church of England cared if you come to church or not? They just want that 12 pence, man. They would rather you not come to church so they can get that fine money. That's what they was on. That's lucky. Go ahead.
Damn. Khan, thanks to its system of fines and punishments, It was an ideal time to be an ecclesiastical lawyer, and one such man who served the city of York in the mid-16th century was William Fawkes, a member of the Fawkes family of Farnley near Leeds.
And now that's William Fawkes, a family member of Guy Fawkes. Lucky, go ahead.
As an advocate of the consistory court, Edward Fawkes would play a major role in upholding church law.
Imagine this: Guy Fawkes, direct family member, his father, I believe, was upholding the church law, the law of the Protestants. Guy Fawkes grew up and hated Protestants, which is crazy. What his father followed, Guy Fawkes didn't follow it. Why? Because his mother married another man that was a Catholic, which shows that, certain kids, they do certain things what they see. Because if his father had stayed in his life, guess what would happen? His father didn't pass away. Guy Fawkes would have been a Protestant. That's Lucky, go ahead.
God. By which we mean the law of the Church of England. This would have involved him in civil matters, Salakia, such as settlement of debt disputes between individuals, but it also placed him at the forefront of the battle against Catholics, and especially against recusants.
Exactly. So the same people that Guy Fawkes is trying to blow up, his father was one of those people. Obviously, he was dead at the time, but his father was one of those people that was collecting the money, that was a debt collector.
So it's mad. So you're telling me that a woman here, like you can have a child here, and a woman get a brand new man who's a Muslim or whatever, and that child will grow up trying to push the Muslim narrative, not in his father's footsteps like he should.
Yeah. And then she didn't even know the damage that she done to him, because now he wants to blow up the whole country. I bet you she didn't know that's what he would become, man.
Crazy.
It's Lucky. How can you able to see that one? Or is that on small?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see that one. In 1569, a group of Catholic nobles, led by the Earls of Northumberland of Westmoreland, rose up in what was known as the Northern Rebellion, or the Rising of the North.
So now this is one of them rebellions in England. England's always had a ton of rebellions between Catholics and Protestants, and then people get upset over money, losing their land. So they fight back, and all these rebellions is what led up to Guy Fawkes' rebellion. Guy Fawkes is just the one that's memorable because of how it happened. Go ahead.
Karawan Khan. In a similar way to the earlier Pilgrimage of Grace, taking their lead from Robert Aske's example, they planned to besiege and conquer York. But they were soon chased into Scotland. The uprising failed, and its leaders, including Thomas Percy of the 7th Earl of Northumberland, were killed. Just a year before the birth of Guy Fawkes,
So
York
now, even before Guy Fawkes was born, there was having these rebellions anyway. Go ahead.
Just a year before the birth of Guy Fawkes, York was once again the center of a vanquished rebellion. Tensions escalated further when Pope Pius V excommunicated Queen Elizabeth I.
So now this was brewing way before Guy Fawkes was born. It was brewing from when Pope Pius V excommunicated Queen Elizabeth. Go ahead.
Right, which was in the couple of pages before what we just read. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So what? How long? What?
Say that again, Hakim.
How long's the distance with that until now?
Sorry, your phone's breaking up. No, I mean your screen's breaking up. Say that again.
Still like 1 minute, sir. I think I've just got my
You're sounding too loud now.
Okay. What? How long was it from the couple of pages that we read till now?
A couple of what do you mean from? The Pope to Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, the excommunication.
All right, that would have been the Pope to Guy Fawkes would have definitely been over 10, 15 years, because Queen Elizabeth was ruling at the time, probably even longer. Queen Elizabeth was ruling at the time, and after that, King James was ruling, and Guy Fawkes was in King James rule.
Right.
So
okay. So
that's when Guy Fawkes found himself. Apparently, back then you couldn't graduate university if you wasn't a Protestant. So you could go to university, but then you couldn't do the, where people walk down and throw the hat in the air. Like,
Right.
you couldn't do that part, so you couldn't graduate if you weren't a Protestant, because you had to take some kind of ritual, and a lot of Catholics would refuse to do it. So that means a lot of them just wasted their time going to university, basically. So it's kind of crazy. It's like someone saying to you, in order for you to graduate this Hakken, you have to praise Allah at the end. You'll be like,
Fire.
I ain't doing that.
Fire.
And then if
Fire.
and then if you can't graduate no other way, so now the Catholics was like, yo, these lot are taking the piss. Some change needs to happen.
Yeah.
So lucky, go ahead.
It's a lucky. What about where we did. So yeah, because it's a book we're reading, another one, it, could be a couple of pages. It seems very close, but there's a distance of 15 years. You're telling me, yeah?
The distance it could be further. One is I would have to look at when what year Guy Fawkes, does it give the year Guy Fawkes was born on there? All right, it says the bull was issued in 1570, and it was issued 1 year before.
Yeah, 1 year then.
All right, so issued 1 year before Guy Fawkes was born, I believe. So yeah, Guy Fawkes is a baby at that time. By the time King James took the throne, Guy Fawkes was an adult. Okay. So from Queen Elizabeth to King James, this here to King James, I would have to find out how old Guy Fawkes was when he went on his mad mission. I know he was a grown man that was skilled in warfare. Apparently, he was a swordsman. So apparently, people think Guy Fawkes was a regular man. Apparently, he was skilled, strong swordsman. He had numerous opportunity to kill King James, but it was waiting for the right moment. Yeah. And he was a man as well. You know how official he was? He was a man that would go to Spain, and they rated him in Spain, man. All the kings in Spain and the people in Spain rated him because they knew about him. Don't think he was just some little man. Don't think he was just some little man on the train that you see. He was actually skilled in certain things. Well, that's lucky. Go ahead.
Probably won't go on, sir. Tensions escalated further when Pope Pius V excommunicated Queen Elizabeth I in an official pronouncement, a papal bull issued in 1570. This was partly in support of the Northern Rebellion and a similar rebellion that had failed in Ireland, and partly a response to the 1559 Act of Supremacy, which made the Church of England independent from the Pope's authority.
Well, now they made the Church of England independent from the Pope's authority. So the Pope would say something, and the Church of England would override it, like, well, we don't follow them. So that's what they did. They overrided the Pope's authority. So now the Pope was like, the Pope and along with the Roman emperors, they would be the most powerful people in Europe. And now the Pope, he's mad at the Church of England. And now England is on its own. Everyone's against England. Why? Because they're a Protestant country and everyone else is bound together by religion. And back then they didn't care about race. It was more religion. So they would look at religion and social status. So people will say things to you like, oh, yeah, but the kings of England enslaved people. Understand this. When the people that was ruling Europe was enslaving people, like they like to say King James and Charles, whenever they was doing what they was doing, it wasn't based on race. It was based on what country you live in and your religion and you being inferior. Slavery only being about race came from white people. Before that, these men would enslave you based on social status. What had nothing to do with race until white people came in and they started to enslave based on race. Listen, I got a whole class about it. Check the link in my bio. So
I'm waiting for that one.
Listen, I'll probably do that one in a couple of weeks. But there was a racist based on. So people say that to you. Well, if King James is black, wasn't they the ones that started this? Wasn't Charles the ones that started this? And simple fact, they wasn't doing slavery based on race. White people started doing it based on race, man. You'll see the dynamic shift. But Salaki, go ahead.
Karawan Khan. Pope Pius pulled no punches, referring to Elizabeth as a pretended Queen of England and servant.
He called her a pretend queen, meaning letting people know, yo, she ain't no real queen, man. She's a pretender. And now, if you hear that she's a pretender, you'll be like, yeah, it's true. She ain't no real queen. Go ahead.
He also declared the Queen a heretic and freed Catholics from her authority. Even before the paper.
He told back then. Nowadays, you don't listen to the king, so you don't understand how deep it is. Back then, if you disobeyed the Queen, your head could come off. They had that power. It's not like now where you can go online and talk about Charles. You can go online and say you don't like Charles III. Do that back then, the head is coming off your neck, man. Nowadays, you can say what you want. Back then, no. You said anything bad about the royals, you was considered, what's the term they would say? Can't remember, there was a certain term.
Heretic. No?
Nah,
or, I know the word.
Treason. That's it. You get
treason.
Done for treason.
That's the one. Yeah.
You speak bad about them royals, it's treason, man. Like, you wouldn't dare to speak bad about them in front of your other family members, because your other family members will love the king and say, nah, you're not doing that, man. Your other family members will behead you and say, nah, you ain't speaking bad about. Understand this, they thought the king and the queen came direct from God, and going against the king and queen, you're going against God, and England was a religious country. It's not like now where you got freedom of religion.
They weren't really religious though, was they? Underworld. They weren't really. They weren't really. Salakia, sir, to interrupt you. My bad. I've got to learn to control that. Salakia. They weren't really God fearing, were they? Really? They're just they're all pretending, really, right?
You know what? They was God fearing in a Christian way. So in a very, very Christian way. So there was God fearing in that way. Now, to us in the truth, we would say what they was doing was an idiot thing. But to them, they're serving God in their way. So in their way, they was fearing God and believing believing whatever came down from the Pope or whatever came down from the Queen. So they was believing it.
Well, there was laws, weren't there, that they was actually following up until a little I don't know if it's the 1600s or after.
All right, then. So before that, there was regular Christians that was celebrating Christmas, Easter, because you got to remember what they was following is what came from the Roman Catholic Church. So what they was following, what came from Rome. So you'll find out what came from Rome is near enough. The laws are done away with. Christmas, Easter, virgin birth. They was following how Christians follow things today. All of them.
Weren't they beheading Batman?
Yes, because they had the law in England up until I want to say 1555, the Buggery Act. So
that come from the Bible.
Yes, so they followed certain parts of the Bible, but for the most part, no. It's like today, a lot of Christians follow certain parts of the Bible. Like some Christians will follow you can't be a homosexual part, but then they don't follow the Christmas. You can't celebrate Christmas. You can't celebrate Easter. You can't celebrate birthdays. So back then they was picking and choosing like Christians do today. So they weren't keeping all God's laws like how we do. They was worshiping on Sunday. So they was doing what came from the Roman Catholic Church. So they didn't know any better. So whatever they was taught is whatever they would do.
So is the law of Salaki, if I may, sir, just to digress a little, is the law of buggery gone now then? Because obviously they're allowing all of that.
Yeah, now, they ended that law, and what's so crazy about it is, I believe, once Edomites took over the throne, they ended it. Before that, Henry VIII, I'm sure Henry VIII was the one that set that law in motion. And then after that, they ended it. I can't remember what year they ended it. But back then, if a man was caught being a homosexual, they would kill you for it, man. They passed a whole law and an act in England. I want to say in the 1500s when King James was ruling, Henry VIII was ruling. Might be 1555 or around that time. Forgive me if my dates are wrong. But so lucky, go ahead.
Come on.
Let me see if I can edit from here. Oh, you got it? Oh.
Yeah, come on. Even before the papal bull, most Catholics of the time considered Elizabeth to be illegitimate, as they didn't recognize Henry VIII's divorce and subsequent marriage to Anne Boleyn.
So now they didn't recognize Henry VIII's marriage to Anne Boleyn. So already in their mind, they're like, she's not a proper queen, because in order to be a proper queen, you have to be from a perfect marriage. And she wasn't. They're saying, nah, she came from Anne Boleyn. And they didn't recognize that marriage because he broke off from the Catholic Church to do that marriage. So they was like, she shouldn't be the queen anyway. So now she had the title of a bastard and a pretender. Yes, Lucky, go ahead.
All because of people's mouth, by the looks of it.
Say that
Am
again.
I right in saying that?
Say that again.
Is it all because basically because of people saying the things about her that was not true?
You're thinking about Mary Queen of Scots. So the reason they're saying she's not the queen is because England back then, if you had an illegitimate child outside of your marriage, that child couldn't get the throne. So that's what this is over. So that would be like people seeing you, your wife, 2 kids, and then you have a wife outside of that woman, and you're trying to give that child everything. They're like, nah, it don't work that way. But in the Bible, it says your firstborn son is your heir, man. Whether you love his mom or hate his mom, whether you love his mom or hate his mom, man. Listen, I can't even find the scripture. I don't know where it is, but whether you love his mom or hate his mom, that firstborn still has to get what the firstborn's meant to get, man. Obviously here, which shows they weren't even following the law properly, because they would have said, well, you know, his child. But they believed in that Roman Catholic way of life where one man, one woman. And even the kings of England had mistresses, man. Listen, the kings of England had side chicks, man. Because in their mind, they knew that, yo, man should be allowed more than one woman. What should have happened is Henry VIII should have set it in motion that, yo, a man can have more than one woman, man. That way he wouldn't need to get a divorce. He could have stayed with, what's his first wife's name again? Catherine, I can't remember her name. If he stayed with her, it would have been all right. He could have stayed, whatever, but then the religion didn't allow it. So he had to get rid of her to marry another. And that's the perfect example of when Christ says in the Bible, a man's committed adultery if he gets rid of one wife to marry another. What Christ is saying is keep both of them, man. That's what Christ is saying in that scripture. That right there is a multiple wife scripture, man. Christ says the man that is that hold on, what's that precept? Hold on, bear with me.
Oh, right, okay. So because Anne Boleyn was divorced from Henry VIII, they didn't see that they were divorced, they didn't recognize that. So when he married Elizabeth,
when he married Anne Boleyn, Elizabeth's daughter,
they're still thinking in their mind that he's married to Anne Boleyn, and we don't really care if she's married. He married Elizabeth, right?
No.
Like today, you have sex with saying you're married, but the world don't accept that. They're like, I also don't ring on nothing.
Yeah,
that's not your real marriage. The one with the ring, that's your real woman.
Yeah, that's what it is. Listen, people's parents do it today. Like, if your mom likes your wife,
so like you're going out, other one.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, low though. It keeps going in and out. When Captain talks, is loud, but when I don't know what that is. You know.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you still, but it's low. But when Captain come on, it becomes loud. You can hear it clear.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear that, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine to
Is it low?
Yeah, it's still kind of when Captain talks on the whatever he's talking on, it comes out really strong, good. But for some reason, but it might be my computer. I don't know if anyone else is hearing that.
I don't think it is because Ira said it went low. What about now?
Oh, like it's a bit low still, but it keeps going in and out.
Hold on, bear with me. I'm just gonna swap the mic.
That's better.
What about now?
Perfect.
So yeah, well, it is even now. If you're a man and you got a woman and your family all knows that woman, and then you have a baby with a woman your family don't know, your family don't even recognize the other child. Yeah, your mom will say, nah, I'm not looking after that child because, you get me? Even though that's your child.
Yeah.
But your mom will still say, nah, I'm not, because she's got ties to who? The woman that she knows. So then your other child, nobody cares about that one. And imagine how it must feel to be the other child that did nothing wrong. Your dad just got another woman, and now nobody recognizes you. So now this is why This is why some of the monarchs used to do what? Kill their siblings, man. Because they know I'm supposed to be the king, but this world considered me illegitimate. So I'm gonna kill you. And that's what usually happens. So by you cutting that child off, a lot of hatred is rooted in that. Because in their mind, imagine this, I'm supposed to be the rightful king, but because this world's saying that I'm not, and then I'm looking at my brother that grew up perfect with you lot, and he's getting all the glory, and I know I'm the rightful king. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end up hating him, man. And then when he gets the throne, I'm gonna try and take him out so I can get the throne. And you'll find out that a lot of siblings did that, man. When you read up the history of England, kings used to kill each other all the time and steal the throne, used to raise up some followers and get the throne that way. But Salaki, go ahead.
Brother Khan. An example of these attitudes can be found in the exiled Cardinal William Allen's admonition to the nobility and people of England and Ireland, in which he refers to Elizabeth as taken and known for an incestuous bastard.
See, and he called that incestuous bastard. So now imagine this. This is the word on the road that, like, yo, she ain't the queen, she's a bastard. People's gonna like start listening, feeding in, saying, yeah, man, you're right, she ain't the queen. And then now they put out all that because they wanted her to get killed, so England can return back to Catholicism. Go ahead.
Begotten and born in sin of an infamous courtesan Anne Boleyn. One of the charges that led Anne's beheading was that she communicated an affair with her own brother George Boleyn.
So now Henry VIII got bored of Anne Boleyn, and he knows shit. I can't divorce her last time because that'll be the problem. So he had to find something unclean about her, and he said she had an affair with her brother. He made up all these charges so he could behead her because he wanted her gun. So he said, yo, she had an affair with her brother. She was flirting with some of my men, and he used that to kill her. Go ahead.
Seemed like killing was just a simple thing, like drinking water back in those days.
Yeah. Listen, he had to get a gun because if he wants to remarry and she's there, he can't. If he divorces her now, what's he going to do? Leave the Protestant religion and join another? He can't do that. So now he needs to make an excuse and say, yo, I found something unclean about her. Moses, where's that bill at? Get me. He's like, Moses, where's that bill of divorce at, man? And he said, you know,
that's wicked. That's wicked
he said,
stuff.
yo, let me kill her. So then he had her beheaded because apparently she used to flirt. He said she used to flirt with his noblemen. Who knows if it's true? I don't know, but that's what he says. So then he had her beheaded. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
I don't believe that. I just think he's an asshole trying to get rid of her so he can get different wives. That's what I think. It's easy to just get rid of her, just make up some shit, and then, excuse my language, and just get rid of her and then marry something else.
Listen, when you're the king, you can do whatever you want.
That's some evil stuff, though. Just to kill a woman for just because you want to marry a next one, isn't it? Really, though.
Listen, man, when you're the king of England back then, you do whatever you want to do, and that's what he did. Whereas if Henry VIII just said, if Henry VIII's the king, you know, listen, if Henry VIII came out and said, yo, right about now, I love gal, so man can have multiple wives, all of us in the background would be like, yeah.
That's what he should have done.
Every man would have been in the background like, yo.
That's what he should have done.
Man would have said to Henry VIII, you're the rightful king. Get me?
That's what
Henry VIII would have been on. Say that again.
That's what he should have done. Everyone would have been happy.
Exactly. Every man would have been happy and every woman would have to fall in line. Men would be out in the streets. But then, while it is because of the peer pressure and everyone's talking about a man can't have more than one woman, now women have to die because he wants the next one. Or these women could live and he can take care of all of them because he's a king. You think any of these women are going to say, nah, Henry, you got more than one woman, I'm leaving. He's the king. They can't leave him. He's the king. But yeah, because, you know, the world pushes this one man thing on one woman on people. Henry VIII done what, you know, religion makes you do. So lucky, go ahead.
It's lucky, sir. They can't even keep it to. They can't even keep the one man, one woman anyway. So I don't know what they want. They're fronted, really, aren't they? Really.
That's what I'm saying. And Henry VIII's the king, so surely his woman will know, like, yo, this is the. You mean to tell me a king can't even have more than one woman? Listen, I get it when they're mad at the regular man, but damn, the king can't even do it. Listen, man, that's some nonsense. But us, Lucky, go ahead.
Yeah, the Papal Bull was issued just 2 months before Guy Fawkes' birth, and the fallout from it was to cast a shadow over his life and
so now this Papal Bull cast a shadow over his life. So obviously, as he's got older, he's reading these things, and now he's the man that's trying to take it upon himself to kill the monarchy. Go ahead.
Right. And led directly to the gunpowder plot of 1605.
See? So all of this Papal Bull that even came out before he was born, led to what? The gunpowder plot of 1605. Go ahead.
If Pope Pius had intended to improve the lot of the Catholics in England, his plan went disastrously wrong. Already existing divisions were increased as Queen Elizabeth and her is it courtiers or
courtiers? So everything has a court, and there are people that work in their court. So her courtiers is like people that work for her.
All right, it's an old English word for it, isn't it? Courtiers now saw Catholics as the enemy within.
So now the enemy within, where are they within? They're within England, and they're saying the Catholics is our enemies. Go ahead.
Khan. And fifth column more willing to serve Spain than England. A fifth column more willing to serve Spain than England. What's that? How's that correlate? I don't.
Because Spain was a Catholic country. So now a lot of them went to Spain to try to raise up soldiers. So now they would go to Spain to try and raise up Catholics in Spain to come and overthrow England. So that's what they were trying to do.
A fifth column is just like a next set of people then willing to serve Spain.
Yes, so they would rather serve Spain. Why? Because Spain's Catholic and they're Catholic.
Right.
So a lot of them would go to Spain, try and get help from the kings of Spain, because the kings of Spain is what? Catholic. So then they would go there, and then they would come back to England. And I don't know how England done it back then, but England knew who to watch out for. England had a team of people that would spy on certain people. So Robert Catesby and the men that was with Guy Fawkes, they was on like a terrorist watch list. So they knew about them back then. They had people that was onto them from back then. I don't know how they knew about all this without cameras or whatnot. But back then the population was significantly a lot smaller than it is today. But let's go ahead.
Come on. The Pope's pronouncement enraged the Queen. A copy of the bull was pinned to the doors of the Bishop of London's palace by John Felton, a Catholic lawyer, in mockery of Martin Luther's actions at Wittenberg.
See, and now, because Martin Luther used to pin letters, and they're mocking him now, they're pinning letters in England now. Go ahead.
His execution was to be the first of many in the decades that followed.
And now this man done this, and he was executed. Nowadays, you won't get executed in England for things like that, for you being religious and doing or whatever. So, Lucky, go ahead.
Gone were the uneasy days of semi-toleration towards Catholics. And Elizabeth enacted a series of new laws directed against the religion and its followers.
So now she's made it harder to be a Catholic. She's set up new laws against Catholics now. Go ahead.
In 1581, the fine for being a recusant, which is a rebellion, right? A rebellious person that's not submitting to the throne, right?
I'm sure a recusant ain't a recusant that's someone that's like a proper stern Catholic. I think it might be a stern Catholic, because from what I remember, you had. So, Lucky, go ahead.
It says here it's a person who refuses to submit to an authority or comply with a regulation.
I'm thinking of another word. I can't remember what the other word is, but yeah, that's what it must mean then.
There
So
is
now,
one here though. It says you are right though, sir. There is one here that says a recusant was a Catholic in England who refused to attend services of
yes,
the Church
that's
of
what.
England after the English Reformation.
Yes.
Reformation.
Yes, so a recusant is like a strict version of a Catholic. You had Catholics, then you had recusants, a man where he's not folding and he's not bending. Like it's like us. You got us that really do this, and then you got other people like fake Israelites that they don't really do this.
Right.
It's like when Christ goes, "He that worships the Father has to worship in spirit and in truth."
Right.
Some people just worship with their mouth, whereas a recusant would be more close to someone that worships in spirit and in truth, down to the T. So that would be the difference. But so lucky, go ahead.
Yes, sir. In 1581, the fine for being a recusant, that is a person who refused to attend Church of England services, was raised from its original 12 pence to an exorbitant £12. Wow, that's like thousands, isn't it?
Listen, that's it's like they put a whole 90%. They put 90% more on it, man. From 12 pence, they've increased it, man, from 12 pence to £12. And imagine that every time you don't attend church, £12, you're gonna run out of money, man. At that time, you're gonna see who really believes what they believe, man. Because some man will say, fuck that, and excuse my friend, some man will say, I need the money, I'm gonna go to church. Some man will say, you know what? Forget these £12, I'm not going to church. So lucky, go ahead.
Do you mind if I find out, sir? If you don't want me to, it's fine. I was just kind of interested in finding out what £12 was in 1587 equivalent to now.
Let me see how much it is. Let me see. £12 is cutting it, but I know that's some big money, man. Because I swear people's getting paid wages £5 in like the 1900s.
All right, what do you think? All right,
I'm gonna say about what, £50-60.
Nah, it says here, £12 in 1587 would be worth approximately 4,000.
It would be what, £4?
£1,000 today, as of late 2024 to 2025.
It would be what, £4,000?
4,400.
Damn, it's cheaper to go to church.
Yeah, it says here. Yeah, 4,400 to 5,000 today, as late of 24 and 25.
Cheaper to sing them hymns on Sunday. Damn, £4,000. Shit, imagine that. Every time you don't go to church, to find you $4,000. Now, after all of this, a man that's a Catholic would understand why Guy Fawkes wants to do what he wants to do. Because imagine this: you see inheritance go because of your religious beliefs. So, lucky, go ahead.
Karawan Khan. Exorbitant £20. So, lucky. Fine for being recusant. That person will refuse. Sorry, Salakia. What did I say? I said £20. You know, Salakia, sir. No, man, Salakia. My bad. Salakia. My bad, sir. It was 12 pence to an exorbitant £20. Salakia. I didn't see it properly. My bad. £20. Salakia.
That's crazy. Even £20 in English, normal money is expensive weekly. That's £80 a month, man. If they're charging you by every time you don't go to church, that's £80 a month, man. Yo, you know what you could do with £80 a month? A lot. You can do shopping, a lot, man. Petrol money, all of that, man. Trust me, you end up losing your inheritance. That's lucky. Go ahead.
You know that £20 there are the that's equivalent to hold on. How much is £20 in 18? No, £20 in 1587 worth is trying to get this price for you. This thing me for you. And can't get it, you know. I'll get it another time for you if you want. But
no,
I'm just interested in finding out basically because I'm thinking they're gonna just suck out all your take all your money from you, every last penny, just to make you go church, which would make you go church, wouldn't it?
And if you don't do it, then they take your land, and then what will happen is a Protestant will end up living on your land. So if now there's a Protestant living on your land and you know it's your land, you're gonna want to kill them. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, no. I'm gonna want to kill them because you're like, this land came from my grandfather, and now there's another man living on my land. So England was divided between Catholic and Protestant wars because of land and money. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
So when did Esau come in? Esau ain't come in yet.
Now Esau's about, but this is more the religious wars.
Right. Okay. Calm.
At this stage, you would have had the Edomites there as well, but back then it weren't about race; it was about class. It was about social class. So you would have had Edomites around that time that was Christian, Edomites around that time that was Catholic. So they would have been in there also based on their social class. Then you would have had some that would be still in the cave. So it's based on social class. So okay, go ahead.
So okay, sir, if I could, is that because the dominating people were people of color, black people? Is that why it worked of race?
Not they more worked on religion and social class. So because they were so-called God-fearing in their own eyes, if you're all Christians, they look at it like there's no Jew, no Greek, we all one. So that's how they look at it.
Right.
So they look at it like that instead of looking at it based on race. It's Edomites that started looking at things based on race. They just looked at it like, all right, you're rich, I'm rich. Kind of how celebrities look at things. They look at it social status. I'm rich, you're rich. That's how they was more looking at things. Now, so now when you see most books where it tells you that someone was black and this and that, most of those books is based on the individual, because back then they didn't really care to that. Like race weren't such a big thing like it is now, because they was just so religious. Right. So now after speaking about someone's color, it's because their description and whatnot. So that's why some books you won't find out what race some people is, because you'll find out what religion they are though, but you won't find out what their race is half the time, because they didn't care like that. They cared about religion and social status.
If I could ask, so like you said, at what time in the year did it actually change to when it got racist? What time period was that? When it
I want to say not even that long ago. It might have been 1700s or 1800s, where white people started to call themselves white and started to find ways that black people was inferior. And then that's how they kind of started to usher in the whole racist stuff. Because before that, a lot of them was on the social status until they tweaked it, and then that's when race kind of started to play a part.
Even the Romans didn't really care about race.
Nah, anyone could be a Roman back then. So them social status, who your father is, what you've done, you should all be whatever you want it to be. Until
you're gone quiet, opposite Dumbledore. You're gone quiet on the one.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're gone quiet. Gone quiet again.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, that sounds
hear me now?
A bit better.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Cut on sir. I wanted to ask you, sir. Is it true Edomites? Obviously, because we know about Esau back then in the Bible, but I saw stuff on TikTok. I'm not sure if it's true though, but has Edomites only been around a little while?
Edomites have been around as long as we've been around.
Okay, right. Okay, I knew that was some BS.
Jacob and Esau was what? Twins?
Yeah,
Esau came out first, Jacob came out after. So whatever they're telling you on TikTok is just lies.
I thought so anyway, because of Jacob and Esau, but I mean,
exactly. So that's it. You see, whenever anyone comes with nonsense like that, you always go back to the Bible first. And then that way you won't ever get confused. Always, the Bible is like the root.
Right.
So the Bible is like the root. Once you go back to whatever goes against that root, then you know, nah, this ain't part of this. It's not part of
something like that. Yeah.
So that's the best way. People are
Yes,
always
sir.
trying to say because Edomites ain't been around that long. Well, it is, yeah. They don't know the history or whatnot. Esau's definitely been about. But Lucky, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Right. Okay.
Read it from where it says, as the Catholic.
Yes, sir. As the Catholic nobility became poorer and more oppressed, they also became angrier.
See, so now
And
it
the
says
second
the Catholics became poorer and oppressed. They became angrier, and oppression makes a wise man mad. So now imagine the Catholics are feeling oppressed. So in their mind, we need to do something to these Protestants. Did they go about it the right way? Hell no, they didn't, man. They're trying to murder and kill. But it's Lucky, go ahead.
and the second half of Queen Elizabeth's reign was studied by the succession of plots against her life.
See, and now Queen Elizabeth, there was plots against her life, man. Yeah, people wanted to kill her. Imagine that a Catholic man's put out a whole document telling people to kill you and they're going to get rewards. Now you must fear for your life. She must fear for her life, man. She even went to war with the Spanish, called the Spanish Armada, where they're fighting on ships and so forth. She defeated them, man. There's a whole speech with Queen Elizabeth where she's like, I'm a woman, but I'm a... See if you can pull that speech for me. You might be able to pull one of them YouTube videos. She's like, I'm a woman and I'm a warrior. She's like, I'm a frail old woman and I'm a warrior, some nonsense like that.
Get in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Make
that's what I'm saying.
some sandwiches.
Be a warrior in that kitchen, man.
Yeah, make some food, man. There's some biscuits.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, it's a lucky one. Shall I just read this next part?
Yeah, go ahead while we're looking for the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
God. And the second half of Queen Elizabeth's reign was studied by the succession of plots against her life, many of them connected with Mary, Queen of Scots. Can you
see? So now Elizabeth and Mary, they was cousins, and Mary, Queen of Scots, was locked up by Queen Elizabeth for like 20-something years, man. Locked up for so long that she went bald and so forth, in cold palaces and all that. And with Elizabeth, a lot of people, her noblemen was like, yo, just kill her, just kill her. And Elizabeth's like, nah, I don't want to kill her. She's my cousin. I don't want to do it. And then they made her kill her. And then she regretted it. And then after that, all the Catholics heard about what happened to Mary, Queen of Scots. And they just was mad at Protestants all over the world, man. They was mad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's lucky, sir.
Go ahead.
Is that the part what means when it says many of them connected with Mary, Queen of Scots?
Yes, all her enemies.
Right, okay.
So now imagine this. Mary's a queen in her own right. And for you to kill another queen, Scotland's going to be like, yo, put it this way, this is what it's like. It's like a, how can I pull it? All right, it's like America. It's like America killing Keir Starmer. That's what it's like. Or it's like America killing King Charles. England's gonna be like, yo, that's you ain't got the right to do that. So that's how they felt about Mary, Queen of Scots being killed. They felt like that. They felt like, yo, you're disrespecting us. You ain't got permission to kill our royals.
Right.
So like they felt so. A lot of the Scottish and all of them was mad as hell at England. But it's lucky. Go ahead.
Also, other one. Lucky. I forgot. Just as Queen Mary of England had seen her relatives, Lady Jane Grey and Elizabeth Tudor, as potential rivals to her authority, so Elizabeth was to see the rival of Mary Stuart, her first cousin.
And apparently Mary, Queen of Scots, was fire. To say she was good looking. To say that Mary was fire, and to say that Elizabeth was a bit on the ugly side and she was jealous of Mary. Get me to say? And because in the books, it says, there's a book, I can't remember where it is. The book says, how dare Elizabeth compare her dark, suave complexion to Mary, Queen of Scots? Because apparently Mary, Queen of Scots was light-skinned. Why was she light-skinned? Because she used to bath in milk to lighten her skin and so forth. Back then, there was a thing that all of them used to wear. I believe it's the thing that killed Elizabeth, actually. It was makeup that she used to wear to lighten her skin. It was called Venetian cerise. See if you can pull up Venetian cerise.
So what was going on? Salakia, sir, if I may. So what was going around to make her lighten her Salakia, sir?
That was say that again. What was going around?
What was going around at that time to make her get that disease of wanting to be lighter skin? What made her do what? You know what I mean? I mean, why would she do that?
Listen, a lot of things throughout life, being lighter, people's always looked at it as more pure and better. So people's always looked at it as being better. So back then, there was a thing called Venetian cerise. I believe they would apply it like makeup, and it would put lead in your skin. So it would put lead in your skin. But Mary in Mary Queen of Scots, no, in Queen Elizabeth's defense, apparently she had smallpox, and to hide the smallpox, she would cover it with makeup, and that's what eventually gave her the what's it called. So you want to know the origin of makeup? Venetian cerise. Says Venetian cerise or Venetian or Venetian. See, they even call it Venetian white. Listen, man, I know a thing or two, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah, you do.
I'm trying to tell them I know a thing or two, man. They be sleeping on me thinking the niggas dumb and shit. But Venetian cerise or Venetian white, also known as Blanc de Cerise de Venise and Spirits of Saturn. And this was linked to some, apparently the makeup that they used was linked to some false idols and false gods and whatnot. But obviously women don't want to have that conversation, Hakayan. They don't want to have that conversation.
I hear you. I think they overdid it here on this one, though. She's really white. They overdid it. There's no color there.
It says was a 16th century cosmetic used as a skin whitener. So now, if Queen Elizabeth wasn't black, why would you want a skin whitener? If she's already white.
True.
Exactly.
That's a TikTok. Hey, that's a TikTok, you know. Hold on. That's a TikTok.
You see what to do? Do that. Listen, I can do that same TikTok later on. All you gotta do.
I need memory for this phone.
All you gotta do is pull up that.
Take a picture of it.
I'll just type in Venetian cerise on Wikipedia or whatever, and all you do is say, well, if Queen Elizabeth was white like you people claim, why would she need a skin whitener? That's lucky. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Kadwan Khan. Just as Mary of England had seen her relatives, Lady Jane Grey and Elizabeth Tudor, as potential rivals to her authority, so Elizabeth was to see the rival of Mary Stuart, her first cousin once removed. Mary Stuart became Queen of Scotland when she was just 6 years old.
So she became Queen of Scotland. Why? Because her father died of a broken heart because he wanted a son and he kept having daughters. And he's like, yo, I need someone to carry on my name. Because if you got a son, they carry on your name. But if you have a daughter and your daughter marries into another noble family, guess what happens? That noble family now absorbs your throne. That's how King James was able to get England. But that's lucky. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, okay. And she was also, she was also, for a short time, the Queen Consort of France. But many English Catholics championed her as the legitimate.
So now, I think that says legitimate Queen of England. So now, they championed Mary Queen of Scots as the legitimate Queen of England. So now, if they're saying that Elizabeth is not legitimate, and they're saying Mary is legitimate, what do you think is going to happen when Mary and Elizabeth see each other? It's going to be war, because you're looking at her like, yo, you're trying to steal my throne. You're looking at her like, yo, you want something that's mine? So you're trying to steal my throne? And that's how Elizabeth was looking at Mary. So the other Elizabeth's Protestant counterparts was like, yo, you need to kill Mary, man, because, yo, she's going to seize your throne, man. She killed her own husband. There was like, she killed her own husband. It's lucky, go ahead.
The other one, just, if I could, sir, if I may, why couldn't they just live in peace? Like, why is everything a struggle and a fight? All right, Mary Queen of Scots, Elizabeth. Why can't one just you got the damn kingdom, the throne? You don't need nothing. Why can't they just live in peace? Why?
Because she's looking at it like Mary wants my throne. Listen, understand this. You're saying why can't people live in peace? Even in rap, everybody wants to be number one. There's no such thing as living in peace. There has to be a clear king. There has to be one man at the top. And that's how it usually goes. It's like, let's say there's a class with two tough people in there. One of them wants to know who's tougher. They want to reign alone. I'm telling you, so yeah. They want rulership on their own. They don't want Queen Elizabeth don't want there to be two queens. She's thinking, no, I want to be the only one. If you know how most women are, they want to be the only one. So that's what it is. They're definitely not going to get on. What it is, they're going to subdue. One wants to subdue the other, but it's lucky. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Other plots against Elizabeth followed in quick succession, including the Throckmorton plot of 1583 that centered upon the proposed invasion by Mary's French relative, the Duke of Guise.
See, so now people that know Mary are invading England because they want to get her on the throne. And now Elizabeth's noblemen are saying to her, yo, keep Mary in jail. They didn't know what to do with her, so they left her in jail, saying keep her in jail because if you let her out of jail, she's going to rally up men to come and take over England. Go ahead.
Right. The 1586 Babington plot was another attempt to assassinate Elizabeth and then replace her with Mary.
See, so there's a thing called the Babington plot. So Elizabeth's hearing that people are trying to assassinate her and put Mary on the throne. So what do you think Elizabeth's going to do to Mary? Kill us to make sure she can't go on her throne, man. Because she's thinking, if I keep her alive, she's going to take my throne. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Who this time paid with her life? The Spanish Armada of 1588 was sent largely in response to Mary's execution.
See? So now the Spanish Armada was sent because the Spanish was mad that Mary Queen of Scots was executed. Because they're like, yo, they killed a Catholic. A queen at that. They're like, no queen should be getting killed. You got to understand how the kings of the earth work. Especially, look at Edomites, for example. When they go to war, it's considered a world war. But when they come to your country, your little country, no one gives a shit if they invade it or not. Now, when big countries go to war, other countries like, yo, you can't do that to that country. Why? Because they all see that they're on the same level. And they see if you can do that to one monarch, you can do it to, you get me? So now that's why they were so mad. So the Spanish Armada is when they went to war at sea. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. One particularly odd attempt on Elizabeth's life was the plot of poisoned pommel.
So now a man tried to poison the horse saddle. So Elizabeth would sit on there and get poisoned. Go ahead.
Sit on it and get poisoned? Oh, do you mean like go through the material into her skin?
Something along them lines.
Oh, okay. A man named Edward Squires attempted to kill the queen by rubbing poison onto the saddle she used for riding her horse. And her favorite courtier, the Earl of Sussex, by rubbing the same poison onto the seat of his chair.
So now, don't think that Guy Fawkes was the only Catholic trying to kill Protestants. There have been loads of plots. Loads of people have been trying to kill them. And these that was just trying different ways to kill them. His way is highlighted because obviously it was a big plot, but there was loads of other plots also. The Babington plot. They've been trying to kill monarchs for years, but not a lot of people know. So lucky, go ahead.
The poisons failed. That means obviously when they rubbed it on there, it didn't work.
Yeah, they found out.
They found out and she didn't sit on it?
I don't know how they found out, but they found out. And only the man that rubbed the poison on it, only he got killed.
The poison failed and only Squires lost his life.
Listen, we didn't even get half in, but we got a roll. So lucky, if anything, we'll finish it next week. So lucky, clap it up. We're up on the time. That
was a heavy class, so
okay, so if anything, we'll try finish it next week. If we don't go into November, when's November 11th next week? Do you remember it staying next week? Yeah. All right, we'll do November. Remember it staying next week. Yeah. All right, we'll do remember it staying next week, and then we might come back to this.
Yes, sir.
The week after, so we can finish it up. But bonfire
Yeah,
night, you can't do it. But with that, go ahead, Hakim, you can call it.
Melavidro, Amadium Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahaba Shimel Shabakata,
Yahaba Shimei Shabaka Fam.
Yajimata, class dismissed.
Fuada again, Hakim. Fuada again
Class.
for everyone in the chat rocking with me. We'll be here tomorrow, scripture breakdown. All right, then Shalom Israel.
Ain't we got no feast days?
December 14th, we got the Feast of Dedication, December 14th. Come on down, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. And with that, I say Shalom Israel.
Shalom, sir.
Shalom, guys.
Yeah, man.